Welcome to Football Fanatics. Now we're doing a 40-day football training kit with all the exercises and football strategies in it. So if you want to get involved in it, follow the link and sign up now.
Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel. What we're going to be discussing today is the game at the weekend with Arsenal v Aston Villa. Now obviously Arsenal at the time were 6 points ahead of Villa going into that game, but everyone knew that was going to be a very maybe tight and dysfunctional game because of the two teams playing. However, when the game started, it was the first 10 minutes Arsenal were in a kind of dominating mood. It has to be said, they looked like they were going to play very well, but then Aston Villa got into their stride, and people like Watkins and Tielemans started really pulling the strings and making, quite frankly, Zubimendi and Rice look inferior. They were just so much more, maybe because of the home crowd and the home ground, they were so much more on top of it than the Arsenal midfield themselves. Now, as the match progressed, Mourinho was just becoming absent. You wouldn't know he was there. It was quite disturbing, his whole inaction in the whole place, missed passes and everything else. And they were actually starting to really attack hard against the Arsenal defence. Ben White was doing quite well, so was obviously Timber, and Hinchaki was doing quite well as well. Calafiori was having not such a good game, but he was holding it. But in the end, he obviously was taken off in the second half. Then in the second half, it all started to happen. First of all, after the goal scored by Cash, when Eze, you don't know what Eze was doing, he's fast asleep. Then they brought on a good old attacking on the side, good old Trossard, and he made a difference for about 20-30 minutes. He for the first 10-15 minutes with him coming on, he made a difference and he got the goal. And he continued pressing, but then for some reason Arsenal stopped pressing after having a first very good 10 minutes in the second half. And then again Villa came back to them, attack after attack, and they brought Merlon on as well for Watkins, who just missed a chance. Ryan made some very good saves as well against Aston Villa. And then the inevitable happened. The final minute of the game, in the 94th minute, Villa got the goal. It was just a free for all in the defence. Actually, had it not been a good game defence wise for the Arsenal defenders. But the last 10 minutes, they were all over the place, from the midfield to the front, to the back. They're all over the place, and it was inevitable that the last seconds that Villa would get that goal, and it was just Hinchaki should have just cleared the ball, but he didn't. And of course, the Villa, one of the obviously substitutes from Villa, kicked the goal straight past Raya. Raya, I think, was unlucky not to get his hands to it, but I think maybe if he should have died a bit earlier, he might have got his hand to it and might have saved it. But it was not to be. As for people like Gokares, he's brought on again. I don't know why. It's just ineffective. He doesn't seem to be aligned with obviously the rest of his team. Admittedly, he's only come on in the second half, and he hasn't had much play time. But I mean, he's not getting the team and not linking up with him properly. They're not linking up with his runs, and he's also not timing his runs properly for crosses coming in. He always seems to be either ahead of the ball or behind the ball when the cross comes in at the moment, which he wasn't when he played previously, obviously in the other league in Portugal. So he's got to improve a lot, really, in the coming games. Obviously, they're playing Bruges in the next couple of days. That'll be very interesting to see what happens. I think they're going to do a lot of changes in the squad. I think you'll see people like Rice and Zubimendi will be given time off, and you'll see maybe people like Lewis Skelly come into midfield, even Nawari even. I think that needs to be done. And then obviously the home game at the weekend against Wolves, which they should win, but you never know at the moment. Wolves might just spring a surprise on them. But let's wait and see. Anyway, please feel free to put your comments below, and we'll talk again soon. Goodbye.